I went out on a run on the old C15 to visit the old church at Croick. But first I went down to the Scenic service station to get some fuel. The bike had been really difficult to start at the house. It took, I don't know, maybe 30 kicks. You can't really make it out in the film, but there was a hesitance. It just wasn't running right, so I went back home. I found that after doing some work, I hadn't reconnected the negative terminal to the battery. Now, isn't a C15 amazing that it can start and run without actually being connected to the battery? I picked up a wee picnic at the Spar. I came back to Ardguy and just before entering the village took this back road round it. I stopped for my picnic beside the River Carron at Innismore, near the bridge. I went to this old fishing hut. We used to come here with the children many years ago and you could go into it. There are some wonderful paintings inside it. The noise that you're hearing is from the waterfall, which we'll see in a minute. That's the target for today's trip, Croick Old Parish Church. Croick Church was built with government grants in 1827 at a cost of £1,527 to plans by the famous engineer Thomas Telford. In 1845, the inhabitants of Glenacalvie were evicted to make way for sheep farming. Many of the people took refuge in this churchyard at Croick, sheltering in the lee of the church building, rather than in the church itself, which to them might have been sacrilegious. As witness to their eviction from their native glen, some scratched their names on the glass of the east window, a poignant reminder of the hardship and uncertainty of the times. Traces of the small farms can still be seen in Glenacalvie. To the west of the church are the remains of an ancient Pictish broch. What is a real shame now is you cannot get into the church anymore, so you can't see the carved names close up. There's also a visitor's book, which is nice to see. My name goes back maybe to the early 70s or late 60s in the book, but we can't see that anymore. I'm really sorry I didn't manage to get any clear images of the carvings in the window panes. I said we would cross that bridge later. I headed down Strathcarron, going on the other side of the river from coming up. Makes a nice wee change. If I had more time, I would have taken you into these two wee cottages there. I've been in them before with my daughter Mary many years ago. Are you wondering what's happening here? Well, what I'm doing is trying to calibrate the Indian speedometer that's on the bike. It's well out. I think it measures in kilometres rather than in miles, kind of like the Chinese motorbikes. Just look at that C15 accelerate, the Barry Sheen of the Highlands. I've said before, I'm sick of Highland Council's 20-mile-an-hour speed limits. Look at me, the bad boy. C15 does seem to be running well at the moment. Another 11 miles and I'm home. That's another adventure over on my 1959 BSA C15.